Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're all very welcome to the 24th Irish Bioenergy Association National Bioenergy Conference 2025. My name is Sean Finan. I'm the CEO of the Irish Bioenergy Association, and I will be your MC for today's event. Our conference title this year is Bioenergy Now, Let's Make It Happen. The building blocks for the development of the Irish bioenergy sector are beginning to line up, and we now need to see action on the ground regarding bioenergy deployment and project development. This will be the main focus of our conference and discussion today. Today we have an industry employing a few thousand people with the potential for significant growth over the next number of years to move to a situation where we as a sector could employ tens of thousands of individuals in the supply of feedstocks, development of facilities, production of renewable energy, and promotion of the circular bioeconomy. Bioenergy is Europe's largest source of renewable energy and provides a substantial majority of the continent's renewable heating supply. We'll focus on this and many other issues during the course of our day. We are joined here today by our sponsors, Gas Networks Ireland, the Sustainable Energy Authority of Ireland, and World Timber Group. We thank all of our sponsors for their support, and we're joined by a huge number of delegates and attendees with over 22 different speakers and panellists and a wide range of stakeholders. And I'm really delighted to welcome you all this morning. We hope you all have a fruitful day and engage with all the exhibitors and the attendees. I'd like to extend a special welcome to the group from Dundalk Institute of Technology and their lecturer, Sarah Morgan, we hope they find the day very interesting. Before we hear from the IrBEA President, who will give an opening welcome, just a few housekeeping matters. I'd like you to note the nearest fire exits, back of the room on either side and over to the side here, and this door here. The toilets are located through the doors at the back and out and down the stairs, or alternatively out through the doors here and around to the left. Teas and coffees will be served in the lower area during the course of the day, and if you've not received your name badge, please collect it at the registration desk, and we would ask you all to drop back your name badges at the end of the day. Can I also ask all speakers on the panel discussions to make their way to the speakers' table maybe a couple of minutes before the panel discussion starts to get mic'd up. We have a photographer here today who will be taking photographs during the morning. So if it is a case that you don't want to be featured in any photographs, could you please let myself, one of the IrBEA team, or indeed the photographer know? Other than that, we take it that you're all happy to be photographed in audience shot. To all the presenters and speakers, my colleague Trish will keep you on time, and she'll ring the bell with 2 minutes to go before your allocated time is up. As we're conscious of the timing on the agenda, we want to keep to time. All of today's presentations will be made available on our website after, and we will issue a newsletter in the coming weeks outlining all the discussions from the day and all the presentations. You've received a copy of the agenda, and there's a QR code on the agenda on the back which you can use to access the speaker profiles on the conference website. That's all the housekeeping matters. I hope you all have a good day, and we look forward to your engagement during the course of the session. There will be opportunity for questions and answers, or for you to ask questions, and we'll just make you, we'll have a roving mic and we'll go around the room at the various stages. Let me now introduce our President, Maurice, who is the President of the Irish Bioenergy Association and also the Director of Business Development at Greenbelt, Ireland's largest private forestry management company, which has overseen the planting of over 400,000 hectares of private forestry since its foundation in 1982. Maurice holds a marketing degree from Dublin Business School and an MBA from Trinity College Dublin. In his role, he drives nature-based solutions that integrates biodiversity enhancement, carbon capture and ecosystem services for both corporate and private landowners. In his role as President of the Irish Bioenergy Association, he advocates for sustainable forestry and bioenergy development nationally. I now call on Maurice to give you his welcome address. Thanks, Maurice.
Thank you very much, Sean. I appreciate the introduction. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're very welcome here to the 24th National Bioenergy Conference entitled Bioenergy Now, Let's Make It Happen. And that's what we're here to try and do, is make it happen. The annual conference is this organisation's flagship event. I thank everybody here who's come along today for their attendance. There is no doubt that the time for bioenergy is now, given the challenges facing us in terms of climate change, the onus on decarbonisation and the delivery on Ireland's renewable energy targets. The potential to drive the deployment of bioenergy in Ireland is massive. From solid biomass, biogas, biomethane, liquid biofuels, biochar and wood fuels, including energy crops, the opportunity is there for all to grasp. In the sector I'm directly involved in, forestry obviously, there is a significant role for that forestry and timber production as valuable income drivers in rural locations and rural communities. We are encouraged by the renewed encouragement from the Department of Agriculture into the forestry programme. We look forward to hearing their support for those affected by Storm Éowyn earlier this year. However, it's also important that the department expands the area of land available and most appropriate for forestry and woodland development and establishment. If the government has serious ambitions to increase the amount of timber used in construction, it's important that timber is planted and grown sustainably to avoid unnecessary imports of timber fuel. As it stands, peak timber is likely to hit Ireland in 2040. So therefore, any growth in timber use will be impacted significantly by that and lead to unnecessary imports unless we start planting a bit more regularly now. Additionally, within forestry, you would see that the solid biomass sector is a good off-taker of thinnings and specified biomass material derived from sustainable forest management practices. This biomass resource is crucial to assisting heat users to move away from a dependence on fossil fuel energy to a more sustainable, locally produced renewable bioenergy sources, reducing emissions and addressing energy security while driving rural and economic development. In recent years, we have witnessed the regulation of the wood fuel sector through the solid fuel regulations. The IrBEA Wood Fuel Quality Assurance Scheme is at the cornerstone of this, with huge growth in membership over the last few years, and now a nationwide network of fuel suppliers across Ireland supplying firewood, wood chip, pellets and wood briquettes to end users. The fledgling biomethane sector in Ireland is in the early stages of its development, driven by the National Biomethane Strategy, and the Renewable Transport Fuel Policy is an important policy for the further development of the indigenous biofuels sector. And we're all aware that biodiversity is important and diversity is important, and so it's delightful to see such a diverse attendance here today with the interest of mobilising the bioenergy sector. The objective of today's conference is to provide attendees, all of you delegates here, with information and updates on all aspects of the bioenergy industry and discuss the key aspects which are required to make bioenergy delivery happen. I'm excited to hear about the latest advancements in the sector and to hear from experts who will share their insights in how bioenergy can drive the decarbonisation agenda and reduce emissions and, importantly, costs. Like all events, the agenda will provide plenty of time for breaks and engagement with speakers, industry experts, exhibitors and attendees, so please take advantage of the superb layout and spend time meeting all our very, very welcome exhibitors in the lower section there, where you'll be having your teas and coffees a little later. And make sure you spend a little bit of time networking with those here, because this room is full of great knowledge and drive and passion. These events, as you well know, don't just happen overnight, and it would not be possible for IrBEA to host this conference without the generosity of our sponsors. On behalf of the IrBEA Board of Directors, the IrBEA Council and members, I thank our main sponsors for this conference: Gas Network Ireland, Sustainable Energy Authority of Ireland, and Worrell Timber Group. They're all in the room today and they're open and happy to chat. This conference is organised by IrBEA in partnership with the Wood Fuel Quality Assurance Scheme and the Interreg Europe Cascade Project. I also welcome all the exhibitors, as I've mentioned. They're down here in the lower section, and I thank them for their support of this event. It adds a lot of value to it and adds a bit of more energy into the room. And I'd also like to acknowledge the work of the IrBEA executive team, who over the last 4 months have planned and organised this event to an extremely high standard. Finally, I'd like to thank all our speakers and panellists who've taken time out of their day and their busy schedules to be here to speak to you and share their knowledge and expertise. And I would like to thank you, the delegates, for your attendance. I look forward to hearing from you throughout the day. So thank you very much and enjoy the day.
Thanks very much, Maurice, for your opening welcome. We had hoped that Minister O'Brien would be able to attend this morning and deliver the opening address for our conference. However, earlier this week, we received confirmation that he could not attend and that he sends his apologies, and he wishes everyone success in terms of the event today. So we just want to note the apologies from the Minister.